Oh man, something else I tell you. You see, this is how it goes. At first, when you set out on a mission, people's going to come up to you at first when they have sort of an idea of what you're trying to do. Or they might even think you're delusional. They're going to come up to you and they're going to act funny. They're going to act like they're smarter than you. They're going to act like you're not as good as you are. As if you have no business doing what you're doing. As if you have no business doing something big because they're not big themselves. But the second you just keep going and going and going and going and going in life, and you have those breakthroughs, and you prove them otherwise because of your results, that's when you're going to see these exact same people who was like pretty much mocking you at first, treating you like you're stupid, as if they're smarter than you. That is when you're going to see these individuals get very upset with you. You're going to be very pissed off, very upset. And when they want to come up to you all at first, like laughing and joking around and stuff, and low-key treating you like a clown. Not like actually doing it, but like low-key doing it. You guys know what I mean. Everything these haters do is low-key. They're never like up front with what they're actually doing because they want to hide it. Because if you were to confront them and say you're doing this, they'd be like, oh, no, I'm not, man. No, I'm not. But they are. You see what I'm saying? They are. They're covertly doing it. They don't overtly do it. They covertly do it. Low key shade, low key hate. And whenever you prove them their ass is wrong, and you just keep going and going and going on in life, getting better, leveling up, it's going to start to anger them. It's going to start to piss them off. They don't keep that same energy. You probably try to tell them, you might want to hop on the Blessed Express. You might want to hop on this train because it's taking off. They might laugh at you at first and all this bullshit. Because they didn't think you were the one. At first, they had no clue. They had no idea. They really thought you were delusional. Turns out they were. Turns out you're on point. Turns out you was him. Turns out they're pissed off about it. Now, you don't see them no more. Some of these individuals might even block you because it just hurts their ego because you became something and they haven't. Sometimes haters cannot take the truth. They cannot handle what really is in reality. They hate the fact that things are happening for you because you went through what you went through. You went through what you had to go through. And they were not strong enough to do so. They lack. So when you actually do it, you're going to see these haters start to avoid you. They might even block you. They might unfriend you. They're just gone. And when they see you in real life, they don't keep that same energy no more. They don't want to engage and come around you as if they know something. No, because they know the truth of who you are now. Like they have an idea that, wow, this guy's really him, and I hate him for that. Good. I'm glad you do. Because I try to tell you. I was just trying to let you know what was going to happen. You had no clue. I tried to tell you that, but you thought you were smart. Turns out I was smarter than you. That's why they're pissed. Because you defeated the haters. They thought they were going to be right about you. Turns out they were wrong. You was wrong, buddy. Little buddy. You was wrong, little buddy. Yeah. My son. Uh-huh. Yeah. Turns out you were wrong. I am your father. So now what you gonna do? Don't you talk to your father like that. No wonder why they hate you. You just so happen to be their father. They're angry at their dad. Sorry, son. I try to tell you. Your father tried to warn you, son. And now the son is having a temper tantrum. Just flailing around, so mad at you. I don't want to talk to him no more. Your father tried to tell you. You didn't want to listen. They thought they were smart. Turns out, you were smarter. It's almost as if you knew something they didn't. Yeah. So I thought, son. And this is why these individuals are going to avoid the chosen ones. Because at first, they had no clue. They had no idea. None. They had no idea what was going to happen, but you did. And you tried to tell them. They didn't want to listen. You told them it was going to happen. Now that it happens, turns out they were wrong. Turns out you were right. That in itself pisses them off. The fact that you were right over them, oh man. You are now confirmed their father. Oh man. You think they're going to be happy with you? You think your haters is going to be happy with you now? You think they're going to want to be your friend now? You correcting them? You know what? God loves correction, but they ain't with God. So when you correct them, the enemy, the real devils, hate correction. They don't want it. They just want to be ignorant and keep thinking what they think and what they know without it actually being that way. So when you're the one to correct them, oh man, that does something to them. Does something to them. They can no longer handle that reality and truth, so they want to avoid you at all costs because they know they're standing in front of him. This guy, he's better than we thought. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. We can't treat him like that no more because we just look stupid and delusional. Yeah. Like you always were. We just try to tell you. But y'all did not want to listen. That's your mistake. That's your wrong. You were wrong. You were wrong. You don't like that. You don't like that correction. You don't want to take it on the chin. That's what they don't like. Because you are the truth. You are with God. And they, on the other hand, filthy animals. The non-believers. The flying monkeys. The hyena worshippers. No, sir. These people ain't never gonna be with you, bro. They ain't never gonna like you. And they're gonna disappear. You will make a lot of your biggest haters disappear at some point. You'll never see or hear from them again because you have beat them into oblivion. You have tarnished everything that they thought was. You were the truth. You were the light the whole time. You prove to them that things is possible in this world, in this life. They're just non-believers. So the fact that something big can happen for you, the fact that you were the chosen one, just angers them so much. And like I said, they had no idea at first. Not a clue. They didn't believe in the strength of your internal dialogue. You so confidently spoke about yourself and what you're going to do and all this kind of stuff, and you're putting it out there because you believe in yourself. They didn't take it seriously. They did not take your internal dialogue and the strength you actually have seriously. They looked past it. They looked past your determination, the fierceness inside of yourself, your willingness to fight. A lot of people think, even with that mentality, it's not good enough. Nothing good is going to happen for you. A lot of people think that. Because the way they think, if I were to think this way, nothing's still going to happen for me. It's because there's nothing for them in the first place. But there is something for you. And you're willing to fight for it because you can feel it inside of yourself. You can literally feel it inside. There's something for you, and you're going to find out. You'll put your life on the line to find out. They don't have that strength. They don't have that courage. They don't want the smoke the way you want the smoke. You're going for it. You're chasing after self-mastery. You're not going to waste your life. You're going to make your life count. The only life you have, you're going to make it count. And guess what? If death comes itself, we are going to go out on our shield. And we will be rewarded for this in afterlife. You see so many laughing hyenas today. Where do you think they're going, brother? Where do you think they're going? You see that light down there? You see that train coming? That's not heaven. You little laughing hyenas. That's not heaven. That's the C train. That's where you're headed. You guys ever watched the movie Daredevil? 2003 or 2004, I forget which year, it's either one. That's like a scene in that movie. Daredevil tried to tell this guy who was a criminal, as a train was coming down the it was one of those underground trains. He told him, you see that light down there? As this guy's laying down on the track with his legs broken or something like this, or his back or something was broken. It's not heaven. That's the C train. That's what you're taking. But we are going to live a much different existence. We're not here for just whatever. We're here for a purpose. And these individuals, bro, they can feel that on our lives. They can feel the strongness of our existence. They can feel the power. When we come to certain places, there's a certain power within us that we have spiritually that's just unmatched when it comes to the regular person out there. I love it, bro, being overlooked. I find it hilarious because all these people is going to take nothing more than L's. You're going to prove them wrong time and 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 time again. You're going to prove them wrong. I just can't, like, people, man, they act like they have something over you, right? They act like they're smarter than you, but it's like, it's really not the case. Like, I know people who are smarter than me. You're not it, pal. In fact, you're not even close. In fact, you're not smarter than me. I know people who are. You're not it. The haters, not one of them are it. Any hater you have, I guarantee you they're not smarter than you. I guarantee you they're not further ahead in life than you are. Any person that's hating on you, hate comes from the bottom, guys. Hate comes from the bottom. What's on the bottom? What's on the top? We got heaven, we got hell. Hate comes from the bottom of the barrel. Because they're trying to drag you down. The demons are trying to drag the angels down to hell. It ain't happening. Because you ain't going to touch me. You ain't going to get to me. It's all coming from down here. If you're being hated on, it's because they're below you already. You're not going to see someone ahead of you hating on you. It comes from below, not above. I can't wait to get rid of this sickness. A couple more days, we'll get this poison removed from my entire body. Bleach is a hell of a thing. Strong enough to kill a person probably. You consume enough of it. I didn't consume it. I didn't drink bleach or even let it touch my mouth, but the fumes in itself is that strong. Imagine consuming it. Poison. Chlorine gas. Not good. Not good. But yeah, man, the reason people act this way is because they really don't know. Like, they really did not expect you to turn into the person you've turned into. They didn't see all the work you do behind the scenes. They just think you're living a whatever life. They don't see the work you put in behind closed doors. They don't see the commitment. They don't see the time and energy and effort and the consistency. They don't see it. Like, they think nothing is happening. Everything is happening. Every day you choose to do what's right. They add up over time. That's how you go up, is being consistent. The second you're not consistent, the second you want to do some dumb shit, it just brings you back down. So if you really want to go up in life, you better be about that life. Like, you better make it a lifestyle. Because you're going to put yourself up a little bit and think you're doing so great and you're going to self-sabotage. That's no good. Live the lifestyle. Actually live and breathe it. Because that's the real G shit. It's not doing what's right for a little bit of time and then boom. Doing for a little bit what's right and then boom. A little bit of good and then boom. A little bit of good and then boom. That's no good. It's better than doing bad all the time, but it's still not, it's not great. You want to be great, then be great. Make it a lifestyle. Be about that life every day. Because that's what adds up. That's what really gets you the W's, the wins. Is that consistency. Your willingness to do whatever it takes. You're giving your life up to God. But these individuals, they just want to think whatever they want to think and all this dumb stuff. They think they can do whatever and it's not going to do anything. It does. Everything you do has an effect, either for the good or the bad. How much good are you doing? That's what you got to ask yourself. How much good are you doing? Because, like, it's a rare thing for me to do anything that's even a little bit bad. Like, even remotely a little bit. Some people have to do bad things often. Like, often. And that's just not good enough to be great. That's good enough to be average, slightly above average. If you want to be great, you have to make it a lifestyle. You have to live and breathe that life. It's better. It is better. I've done a lot of wrong things in my life in the far past. I've done a lot of good things. I've done a lot of good and then a little bit of bad, a little bit of good, a little bit of bad, a little bit of good, a little bit of bad, and I've done like purely good. It's much better life to be doing purely good things. It's a much better life. The least amount of demons you're going to have, the most amount of confidence you're going to have. You're going to find things out about yourself that really deep down you knew the whole time. People know what they're capable of. But what are you willing to do to really find out? Everyone has those urges, or you could be up in the nighttime and you just feel this energy and it's like, you know you can do this, you know you can do that. You know what I'm talking about? What are you willing to do to actually find that out? Those feelings you feel them for a reason. There's something great within yourself. You can find out what it is. But what are you willing to go through to find out? That's the question. Because are you just going to keep messing up a bit and think you deserve it and then do a little bit of good and then do this little bullshit and then do a little bit of good and then this bullshit? Like, be about that life all the time. It's much better. You don't know until you know. Get used to it. It is much better. And you'll have the most amount of haters when you do it too, because almost nobody's living that kind of lifestyle. Most people do want to do some bad things often. Most people don't want to do the better things all the time. You're going to set yourself apart. This is what setting yourself apart really is. If the world was normal, there'd be people with me 24/7. Doing the good all the time. It goes to show how many people are doing bad things, because if they were really like me, there'd be more people around me. Almost nobody is about that life. But if you're really chosen, you're really about that life. I don't want to hear the excuses. I don't want to hear the nonsense. You're either about it or you're not. So be about it. If you say you are, be about it. I could be unhealthy. I could be sick. I could be poisoned, like I am right now. Still. Living like a champ. Champ shit only. But people could be perfectly fine. They'll still find something bad to do. Oh, I'm too healthy. I gotta self-sabotage. Too healthy right now. I must do a line of cocaine and just completely obliterate myself. There's no good in that. Be consistent. Do what you have to do. All the time. To me, not hard. What's hard is to do something that's wrong. To do something that's bad. That's what's hard. You see, that's how you know you're cut from a different cloth. Because you don't live like everybody else. Most people is messing up almost all the time. You're the opposite. It's a fluke if they do something good. It's a fluke if you do something bad. You're the opposite. And look how many people in the world is doing all that crazy stuff. This is why so many people avoid you. Because you're the truth. When they see you, it's like they'd be looking at you real weird. Eyes wide open. Oh my God. They see the light. This guy, his energy. Oh my God. Woo! Yeah. Because you got good energy. You're here. You're alive. You're alive and well. Pure. They don't see something like you every single day of their lives. In fact, they're not really around anything like it. They see you and it's like whoosh. This energy just whoosh. It's because of how you live your life. Because you're always on the up. You're always on the come up. You're always doing better. And you're just building off of it. Imagine doing bad things your whole life and building bad things your whole life, and imagine building good things your whole life. Imagine how much brighter you're going to shine. It's going to be a night and day difference. Like I said, our lives come down to our decision making. It's our own decisions is what's going to set us up in life. And people still, bro, people still say all this little shit. Like someone's always going to have something to say about you no matter how good you're doing. And time again, we're going to prove people wrong, bro. This is where we do this at. This is for the underdogs of the world. They don't want to see us be the top dogs. But we are, low key. They don't want to see it for real. But they're all going to be pissed because it's going to happen. All of us that ever got counted out, guess what? This is the place. And we are going to rise. And they're all going to avoid us. Because they hate that it's us. And they hate that it's not them.